Alright, for today's double review, we have two Metroidvanias, both short and very sweet, that you can enjoy playing, featuring a Genopanic and Moonlight Pulse. In Genopanic, we play a robot who has been sent to a planet in order to pick up some endangered animals, but when they arrive at the colony, everyone has been turned into some kind of slime zombie, most people are dead, and the AI in charge can't figure out how to save it. So, it is up to us to save the animals, save ourselves, and do a lot of platforming tech along the way. This is a fairly straightforward Metroidvania. You'll explore the colony and the various areas, trying to find the different animals, and getting new weapons and upgrades along the way. Our game here is kind of set up more on the linear side. Each area is pretty much handled as an almost point of no return, and once you finish one spot, you cannot return to it. So that also means that trying to do things such as getting the true ending can be a little bit tricky if you miss one of the animals. Now, our tech here is focused on solving different puzzles and getting into combat. None of the enemies are going to be quite difficult to fight, and you'll be able to get health at the many checkpoints. You'll get both gun, sword, and additional tech in order to get through things. The platforming here, I would say, is moderate to moderately challenging. If you've played any kind of more like platforming based Metroidvania like a Hollow Knight or an Ori, then you should be well accustomed to this kind of jumping. The game does checkpoint very rarely, and there are a few boss fights here and there where you will have to be more focused on combat. But all in all, Genopanic I would say is a pretty solid Metroidvania. It doesn't quite do anything that I would say is above and beyond for the formula. The different movement tech are all stuff that we've seen before, and so is the combat itself. But this game is certainly on the shorter side. You should be able to get this done in maybe like 1 to 2 good afternoons of playing. And even going for the true ending is still all kind of routed into the main path. You're not going to have to do any kind of crazy puzzle solving or going really far out of your way in order to get that. Still, this was a very solid Metroidvania and I enjoyed it. And if you're looking for another one that's going to give you like a very short but still very well done experience, then give this one a check. We now switch over to Moonlight Pulse. This is from the same developer, I believe, of Vision Soft Reset, which was one of my favorite underrated Metroidvanias, thanks to focusing on a really solid concept and great movement tech. And with this one, I guess the pattern is repeating. We play a group of creatures who live on a giant space turtle, and it is up to them to kind of fight the diseases, infections, and parasites that threaten to kill the creature and, well, kill all life on the turtle. And when an invading parasite decides to wage war, it is up to our 4 heroes to team up and, well, save their turtle planet from disaster. This is a kind of team-based or team swap style Metroidvania. So what that means is that you'll swap between the 4 characters, and you'll basically build your party over the course of playing. Each character has their own attack, health, and different movement tech that goes with them. And yes, you will be swapping between characters quite a bit in order to solve the myriad of environmental puzzles, fight enemies, and collect all those MacGuffins and collectibles. Our progress through this game is really well done, and you do have to kind of go through the story before you can really cut loose in this one, as a lot of the characters' movement tech and upgrades are locked to specific story-based events. Our movement and platforming tech all feel really solid, and this is another game, just like Vision Soft Reset, that if you learn the tech that goes into kind of moving and getting around, you can do some very nifty things, and I'm sure you can sequence break here and there. Now, unlike our last game, there is a focus on combat, Enemies have different elemental types to them, which will also correspond to your party members. And the beginning of this game can be a little bit on the harder side for combat, because everything hits really hard, and you will not have access to weaknesses for all the enemy types until you get further in. Boss fights are certainly going to be on the challenging side, featuring quite a variety of enemies, both small and very, very large, that you will have to deal with. And of course, if you're going for 100%, you have an entire map to explore, side quests to achieve, and kind of like artifacts / perks that you can find for the characters. The difficulty of Moonlight can be, again, a little bit wacky in places. Even with getting all the upgrades, health, damage, and so on for the characters, some of the fights in some of the arenas can be quite challenging if you're not used to, again, a more combat-centric Metroidvania. And the final boss is going to be a test of your skills no matter what. Still, I really enjoy this one. Despite the size of the map that you're seeing in the footage, this is by no means a very long Metroidvania to play. You get multiple fast travel and shortcuts to unlock, and as you get more of your party members, it means being able to move through these areas faster and more efficiently. If I had any issue with this game, is I kind of wanted to see more of it, or I kind of wanted more of the whole kind of cleaning or helping the turtle be more of a factor in the gameplay. As it stands currently, you have kind of the creature's health in the bottom right, and at the start this is kind of used as a progression gate. It is also used for one specific point that I won't spoil here, but would have been cool, I think, to have more of an interaction with the turtle and kind of having that impact level design and the flow of the game. But maybe there'll be a sequel at some point, we can explore that. This is a great Metroidvania, more in line, I would say, for someone who's already accustomed to the genre. And while it's not brutally difficult, it can be challenging and more on the advanced side. As I said earlier, with all the different movement and kind of platforming tech that's built into it. So if you are looking for a very unique and different Metroidvania to play, highly recommend you check this one out as well. And with that, we're going to wrap up this double review here. So, Genopanic was played with a press key provided by developer, while Moonlight Pulse was a retail key. Let me tailor your game for a future stream, video, whatever. It does not have to be Metroidvania related. Please reach out. Let me know what you think in the comments down below. Hope you enjoyed this video, and I will see you all in the next one. Thanks for watching, and a special thank you to our Patreon supporters. If you enjoyed the video, do the YouTubing stuff, be sure to visit our Discord and Patreon, and you're interested in more in my thoughts on design, check out my game design books.